Pixel TV på Gamescom bliver præsenteret i samarbejde med Elgiganten.
Jamen, velkommen til. Vi har været forbi den her stand med Strange Brigade, som er udviklet af Rebellion. Dem, som også laver Sniper Elite, for eksempel.
Yes.
Og det var da meget fedt.
Jeg synes, det var vildt fedt. Det var farverigt. Det var eventyrspil. Der var mulighed for at skyde zombier, skeletter, endda pirater.
Og mumier.
Ja, så at finde skatte.
Altså, det var jo sådan, det foregår i sådan 30'erne. Så man kan sige, stilen den er jo meget sådan, det ved jeg ikke, 30'er-agtig og sådan lidt ligesom, når man ser sådan en gammel horrorfilm. Du ved, hvor at hver gang der kommer en ny fjende, så bliver den introduceret med sådan noget cartoonish tekst og sådan noget. Det er meget sjovt. Altså sådan, der er nogle fede effekter i det her spil, som gør det lidt anderledes end andre adventure-spil.
Ja, så har de selvfølgelig gjort det lidt mere moderne, altså, hvor jeg har sådan 30'erne serie, lidt ligesom Saudi-Arabien, med at kvinder ikke må køre bil og sådan noget. Og her, der tror jeg, at i hvert fald 50% af karaktererne, det er 2 stærke kvinder. Så der er hende her, den afrikanske kriger, og der er hende her, den amerikanske udseende, sådan en mekaniker, der kan slås og bruge eksplosioner og sådan noget. Så det er altid fedt. Altså, jeg elsker altid at styre damerne, fordi så er du sikker på, at du får en karakter, der er totalt OP, fordi at de tør ikke at gøre hende svag.
Citat. Mika kan godt lide at styre damerne, så det er meget godt.
I computer, altså, der er ingen mulighed for det.
Nej. Når man sådan skal snakke om selve gameplayet, så synes jeg jo, det minder rigtig meget om Uncharted. Specielt Uncharted i multiplayer-version, hvor der kommer de her bølger, hvor du sammen med dine teammates ligesom skal slå alle de her fjender ihjel. Det synes jeg, det minder meget om.
Ja. Men det gør det også i feelen af spillet. Altså, det er jo netop sådan noget Indiana Jones,
ja, præcis, og jeg kravler
Uncharted.
Jeg hopper over her og laver lige rullefald og sådan det der third person spillestil der, det ja.
Men så igen, fordi at det er lidt mere, altså vil jeg sige Indiana Jones end Uncharted, fordi at der er det der magi i det.
Ja.
Og heldigvis så er det sådan lidt som Indiana Jones 1, Indiana Jones 2, Indiana Jones 3, men ingenting at gøre med Indiana Jones 4, fordi der har ikke været nogen rumvæsener med i den i det mindste.
Det ved vi jo ikke.
Endnu.
Det ved vi ikke, det kan jo faktisk godt være, men ja, Uncharted og Tomb Raider, det er måske de 2 referencer, jeg sådan kan komme med, når man lige spiller det.
Nu snakker vi om med Ben lige før, og han siger også, at inspirationen netop kommer for de her gamle 30'er ting her, så det er jo fair nok, og man kan mærke, altså han er jo også en dude, som er i sin 30'er, så jeg tror da, at han synes, det er sjovt at få lov til at lave sådan en homage, ikke bare til gamle dage, men også til gamle Britain. Whose idea was this to make it an old school shooter?
Sure. Well, Rebellion developed Zombie Army Trilogy, which was a sort of 80s style horror movie with undead, and that was quite a dark, serious tone. That worked really, really well for that audience. So we wanted to do something similar, but with a more light-hearted tone. We tried a few different things out, and then the tone that we ended up on is that kind of 1930s swashbuckling adventure, the same sort of movies that inspired Indiana Jones, inspired Strange Brigade.
And I guess Indiana Jones, even though there's an American character, he was still inspired by the British grave robbers, some would call them, and others will say Egyptologists.
Sure.
So is there a kind of a British homage to your own history or your own past?
Well, the main British tone in the game is the characters and the team that they work for is the Department of Antiquities, which is found in London. The strongest part of the game that's very, very British is the kind of old-fashioned British pathy voiceover to the game. Adds a lot of commentary and a lot of humour as you're fighting your way through the adventure.
In the 30s movies, it seems to be the hero would be the 2 straight male white guys that we see here, but we played as the African warrior queen or the African warrior, female warrior. There are 4 characters all together. There's also this tough girl, I assume, who's good at fisticuffs and explosions. Which of the characters are your favorites, the girls or the boys?
That's a very good question. So we've got 4 characters to begin with, and we've got additional characters coming as part of the season pass and a pre-order bonus character. The Strange Brigade is a worldwide sort of international team of superheroes, and depending on where the adventure takes us, you'll find different characters come to the fore. I think my favourite in this particular game is Gracie, just because she has some really cool amulet powers and the ability to punch some bad guys square in the face.
Plus, she looks like that girl from the female empowerment poster.
Yeah, Rosie the Riveter. Yeah,
exactly.
It's that same kind of between the war tone where everyone had to muck in and help each other out, and it fits the tone, we think, nicely of being like a 1930s superhero team with those sort of strong, iconic characters coming from all around the world to work together to fight this undead threat.
Yeah, we've been working on it for 2 years now, and it's going to come out in less than a week. What are you going to do after this? Are you going to go home and play other games, or are you sick and tired of computers right now?
Well, we're still working on the season pass content. So even though the game comes out in a week, there's still a good few things to do. Over the next few months, we're releasing free multiplayer content, and we're releasing more campaign missions, more characters, more weapons as part of the season pass. So even though the game comes out, there's still more to do.
Okay. On the online version, you can both play this as a single player game and as a multiplayer game where you can co-op up to 4 persons. You told me that there was a way to play single campaign mode and then go from your progress onto a co-op version. How does this work?
Well, what we've noticed is that when players play single player, they're much more slow and careful, and they explore the whole environment to find lots of secrets and treasures. That lets them unlock new weapons, lets them unlock new amulets, which give them super attacks. And you get to keep all of that content when you play multiplayer online. You can play the campaign with a group of up to 4 players, and any progress you've made through your playthrough stays with you. So there's lots of opportunities to replay and get a different experience, unlock new content, find new areas. What we've noticed as well is that when players play as a multiplayer team, they tend to rush through quickly as a kind of run and gun game. And when players play single player, they do explore much more thoroughly.
Skal vi sige tak for den her?
Ja.
Strange Brigade. Spillen, den er ude her den 28. august, så
det er lige om lidt.
Det er skide aktuelt. Og Bente ville gerne have spilleranmeldelseskopien til at spille derhjemme. Tak.